You must have seen the movie Oh My God. In the movie, what happens? Shop of Paresh Rawal gets destroyed by earthquake. Paresh Rawal goes to insurance company and asks for damages. Insurance company says or shows him a contract in which it is clearly provided that company is not responsible for an act which is caused by an act of God. Right? So what is act of God? A thing or an act caused by natural forces which is beyond human control. Hello everyone, welcome to Law Simple and Pure. I'm your host Dr. Vaishali, and in today's lecture we are going to learn act of God, all the points involved in this doctrine or in this defense, and all the important case laws which come under this chapter. As you already know, when we cover a specific point, we try to cover all the important points which are involved in the chapter. So please try to give all these points while writing your answer to get more marks. So let us begin with introduction. In introduction, we will write that act of God, okay, or vis major is nothing but a defense which can absolve a person from tortious liability. So in case of tortious liability, there are some defenses which are available to defendant. And what are they? Volunty non fit injuria, act of God, and there are some other defenses. So this is one of the defense which is available to defendant. Now what is act of God? Act of God means, over here act of God is equal to act of nature. Okay, so a thing which is caused by forces of nature or natural activities and which is beyond human control, or human being cannot foresee what is going to happen in future. What is an example? Earthquake, flood, hurricane, tsunami, volcanic activities, landslides. These are the examples of act of God. So act of God or vis major is nothing but act of nature over here. Next point, different definitions of act of God. Number one definition is provided by Salmond. According to Salmond, act of God means those acts which a human being cannot avoid even after taking reasonable care. So what is the definition of act of God according to Salmond? An act which a human being cannot avoid even after taking a reasonable care. Okay, for example, in case of flood, in case of hurricane, even if a human being is careful, he cannot avoid the consequences of these situations. So an act which is beyond human being's control, which is caused by natural forces, it's called as an act of God. Second definition of act of God is provided by Lord Mansfield. According to Lord Mansfield, act of a God is opposite to act of a man. So, and what's the difference? In case of act of a man, you can say that this will happen in this act. Okay, human being can forecast or he can predict the result of that act. But in case of act of God, sometimes it is devastating. Even after due notice by the weather department or even after due notice by the government, damage happens, right? And that is called as an act of God. Now you know the introductory part, meaning of act of God and the examples, and you know the definition. Now let us discuss next point, and that is essential elements to contribute act of God. Number one, by natural forces. So act of God is something caused by natural forces or by natural elements. What are they? As I told you earlier, by wind, hurricane, twister, okay, by water, flood-like situation, right? By the element fire, like volcanic activities, okay, lava comes out of the volcano and damages cities. That is an example of act of God. After that, twisters and flood-like situations, which is called by water, tsunami. These are nothing but the examples of act of God, which is caused by natural forces. So natural forces means which happen without any human intervention. For example, snow slide, okay, or landslide. So all these are the examples of act of God. Act of God means which is beyond human control, which is caused by natural forces and not by human forces. Okay, for example, a person has a chemical factory, okay, and a poisonous gas gets released out of the lab. In this case, it is a it is caused by human forces, right? Not by the natural forces. So this is called as a act of God. Now next question, which is really important, is whether COVID pandemic is caused by natural forces or by the human activities. Answer is mixed, but COVID cases, okay, or related insurance cases are treated as an act of God because this pandemic is beyond the human control. Okay, so first thing, it must be caused by natural forces. Okay, you can provide the example: leakage of a poisonous gas in case of Bhopal gas tragedy, in case of Shriram Food Fertilizers case. Okay, it was caused by human activities and not by natural activities. Though they were not avoidable, still they were caused by human forces and not by natural forces. Students, always remember that while writing your answer, provide illustrations and case laws. Okay, both make a perfect answer. Sometimes what happens, we do not remember the case law, right? So in that case, in the form of A and B, you can provide illustrations. For example, okay, A has a field. Okay, he insured the field. Field means farmland. Okay, he had some apple trees and he insured those apple trees. Insurance company provided that we will provide in case of damages, but we are not responsible for act of God. A hurricane happens in the area and all the apple trees, they are damaged. In this case, a farmer cannot go to the insurance company and claim under act of God. Though remedies are available from state, okay, state may help the farmers under that hurricane relief or flood relief activities, but insurance company is not responsible directly under act of God. Second ingredient or element which is essential is not reasonably foreseeable. Foreseeable means a human being cannot predict the damage. What will exactly happen in case of this flood? Sometimes 2-3 houses will be washed off, or sometimes entire village will be washed off, right? So it cannot be foreseeable. A person cannot predict that this type of twister or hurricane is going to come in the area and this much damage will happen. No one can predict that. Okay, certain assumptions and predictions can be made, but they are not 100% accurate. So not reasonably foreseeable. A human being cannot foresee the damage which is going to happen because of the act of God. And third ingredient is, or element is, impossible to prevent. Even if scientists knows that tsunami is going to come, sometimes it comes with such a short notice that it is impossible to prevent the damage which will happen. They can lessen the damage by moving the people out of the tsunami area, but the land will get destroyed, all the buildings will get destroyed, right? So it is impossible to prevent. Even if people want to prevent it, they cannot prevent it. So these are the three essential elements. Okay, take one element, explain it, provide proper example. Take second example, explain it properly, provide example. Take third element, again do the same. Okay, so while writing your answer, remember introduction. Okay, provide 2-3 example, explain it. In case of meaning, provide meaning of this. What is act of God? It is also called as a vis major. Okay, then definition. Provide all the two definitions and explain it. Okay, break the definition and explain it in parts. Then all the essential ingredients, and then let us cover all the case laws. Now let us cover all the case laws which are involved in this chapter. Number one is Sridhar Tiwari versus UP State Road Transport. In this case, what happened? UP government's bus or state government's bus was going, and suddenly a cyclist out of nowhere came in front of a bus. In order to save the cyclist, bus driver applied brakes, and due to that brakes, bus got skidded. Okay, it stopped and the rear part of the bus hit against the bus which was coming from the back. Okay, and injury caused. In this case, it was provided by the court that this is not an example of act of God, right? This is act of a human being. But though it is not act of God, this is inevitable accident, right? Inevitable means which cannot be avoided. So Defense of act of God is not available, but defense of inevitable accident is available, and bus driver is not responsible, or state government is not responsible in this case. Next case is Reliance versus Fletcher. In Reliance versus Fletcher, I made a different video on this case law. Please go through it because this is a really important question for short note as well as for a long question. Okay, so plaintiff, he had a coal mine, and defendant, he constructed water reservoirs. Reservoir means water storage tanks near the land. Okay, he employed certain engineers to inspect the land before constructing the reservoirs. Engineers found some under the earth or under the land tunnels which were going to plaintiff's land. They covered it with loose earth and dust. After filling the reservoirs with water, water got flooded, and through the underland shafts or through tunnels, they went to plaintiff's lands and destroyed his coal mine. In this case, Justice Blackburn provided that this is not an act of God, but act of man, right? Defendant, he must have taken a due care, right? Because he knew the fact that plaintiff had a coal mine. If water goes in that mine, his mine will be destroyed, right? And his engineers, they failed to take due care, and that's why plaintiff's mine got damaged. So this is not an example of act of God, but act of man, and again negligence, and that's why defendant is responsible. Next important case is Nichols versus Marshland. In this case, plaintiff had bridges which were constructed over a river, and defendant, he had some ornamental lakes, okay, some ponds and lakes, water bodies which were ornamentally made by the plaintiff. Okay, due to unexpected heavy rain, the river got flooded, all the water got merged, and due to the force of that water, all the bridges were washed off. Okay, and that's why the bridge owner filed a suit. In this case, it was provided that this is a good example of act of God, and in this case, defendant is not responsible for this act because this is purely caused by too much rain in the area and flood came. Next case law is Blyth versus Birmingham Water Company. In the cold area, okay, strong water pipes are made because when the water freezes due to cold, water expands and the pipes, they burst. Okay, so in this case, defendant had constructed a very sound and good quality water pipes, okay, which were able to withstand any type of frost. But what happened in that area, due to unexpected frost, okay, and it was really below a temperature like minus degrees, okay, due to some natural calamity, and the frost was so heavy that the pipes got bursted and it damaged property of a plaintiff. In this case, it was provided that this is an example of act of God because such type of frost is beyond human imagination, and the pipes were already strong, okay, which can withhold any type of frost, but this frost was unexpected, okay, and it was much below the like minus points, and that's why defense of act of God can be taken in this case. In the last case law, Ramling Nadar versus Narayan Reddy, what happened? Plaintiff, he was a good supplier, and defendant sent his goods through the plaintiff's company for a delivery. On that vehicle, a mob attacked and looted it. Okay, in this case, it was provided by the court that this is an example of this is not an example of act of God because it is caused by mob, but it is an example of inevitable accident. So that's it for the day. Conclude now. In case of act of God, it is an act which happens by natural forces and which is beyond human control, and provide all the case laws and all the points one by one. That's it for the day. Goodbye till my next lecture.